Hi, my name is Josh Paterno. I'm currently an English major, and I'll be graduating this semester. And my topic for this paper was eating disorders in women. Eating disorders can include a variety of many different types. Some of them include anorexia, bulimia, binge eating, as well as orthorexia. There are also other ones that are considered eating disorders as well. As of today, 10 million women struggle with some form of eating disorder in our country and around the world. According to a study, 38% of college girls were diagnosed as underweight, but only 5% believed they were of average weight. This shows that women with eating disorders do not always recognize what is going on with them. The role of media on eating disorders. The media have capitalized upon and promoted this image of thinness, and through popular programming have portrayed the successful and beautiful protagonist as thin. Thinness has thus become associated with self-control and success. That's a research study that shows and kind of examines the different television shows that women and girls watch that do not include thin women as, or do include thin women as the protagonists and the main characters, but do not include average women in the same light and image. The role of media continued. The pressure that a woman faces every day in order to have the ideal body add up and will oftentimes lead to some form of eating disorder. The strive for perfection is something that a lot of these women face and try and deal with, and the way of them coping with this emotional stress is through eating disorders. Quote, as images of thinness and dieting prevail in the mass media, modeling of dieting behaviors should also prevail. That's another quote that kind of goes with the eating disorders and the thought process of our culture and society and how we put so much on thinness and beauty, and that women are really stuck in a difficult position that they're stuck with facing. The role of men in eating disorders. The approval of young men appears to function as a social brass ring for many young women, motivating them to become and stay thin as a method of winning male approval. This coding goes back towards the role of media as well, and how men see women portrayed in the media, and they see that as the ideal woman, and kind of base their own attractions in that way. So women are trying to meet these demands that men are facing and putting on them and the pressures, and because of that, a lot of them lead to eating disorders and irregular eating habits. Such that the more men consume these media, the more they view thinness as an important feminine characteristic. So the importance of thinness and self-image is something that really should not be overlooked, because the media is portraying these models and actresses that have these perfect and pretty much unhealthy bodies that women are trying to live up to and emulate. Impact on women. The body, mind, work, social life, and also the family are all affected by eating disorders. All of these are different characteristics and things that eating disorders have on women. They affect them in each in their own specific way. Some of the physical effects that eating disorders have on women include heart problems, loss of muscle, throat lacerations, teeth erosion, and some of the other possible physical aspects are there as well. Family matters. There are two types of burdens a family faces when a member has an eating disorder. The first one is objective burden, and that is them, having to pay for clinical appointments and assistance with activities of daily lives, and they're kind of enabling and supporting this disorder. The second is a subjective burden, and that includes the stress and strain that each member of the family is put under because their loved one is faced and they're dealing with an eating disorder. So the bottom line is that the family is a key factor in the road to recovery, and the family needs to be treated in a similar way as a person with an eating disorder. So the future of the topic is kind of it's it's going in the right direction. Studies are looking at genes and how they may play a role in development of eating disorders. And according to some of these studies, 58 to 83% of diagnosed eating disorders may be accounted for by genes. These researches and these studies are still in the early stages, but I think that they're going in the right direction to kind of see what the role that genes could have in the development of an eating disorder in a young woman. So they're kind of going in that direction, as well as um, treatment as far as therapy and things like that. So it's going in the right direction, and they're trying to find ways to prevent and turn back the eating disorders. In conclusion, eating disorders are a serious problem for women, and changes can occur if we work together. It is a process, and it's not something that's going to happen right away. But I think that if the right steps are taken over time, eating disorders can be